Hey, good evening. It's Mike. Welcome back to the train room. It is August 21st, 2022. It is a Sunday. And today we're not going to run trains. I've had several of you request to see what's on the shelves. So we're going to do a shelf train room tour. Originally, I did a video and it ended up being like 35 minutes long when I did it all at once. So I decided I'm going to break it down wall by wall. So this is going to be the front wall of the house and the first wall that we do a review of what's on the shelves. So let's take a look, and we're going to start over here actually. You know, first of all, we have the stairwell, which doesn't really count because the only locomotives up there are those Spirit of the Century Lionel F3s with TMCC. So if we go, once we come down the steps here, the first shelf you encounter is this freestanding shelf. And we have a third rail C&O Allegheny with TMCC and Cruise, cab number 1653. One of my favorites. That's why it's on this shelf. One of the first things you see. And then we have a third rail Z6 Challenger, cab 4000 with TMCC and Cruise. No upgrades done to either of these engines. Interesting thing is look at the number on that, 5120 on the headlight, and then 4000 on the boiler. So I think someone made a mistake when they built it. That's all right, I'll take it. It's a beautiful engine. Then we move down here to another one of my favorite engines, which is MTH Premier Proto 3 K4 Streamline Torpedo. Just love that locomotive. Then there's another one of my favorites, the Pennsylvania T1 MTH Premier. We've seen that one on video before, so I won't spend a lot of time on that. Then I have an MPC engine hidden in here. This is a little Lionel MPC with basic mighty sounds of steam. It sounds pretty horrible on when you hit the whistle. It sounds more like a dead horn, and Christian laughs and says, "Take that off the track, Dad," every time we run that, because he just is not a fan of its noise it makes. So it makes me laugh every time I see it. Then we have a F7 powered B unit that's in New York Central back there. Some mixed Pennsylvania freight, some of the original Lionel tin-plate style cars that really are MTH Premier remakes. We have an Atlas GP9 Illinois Central with TMCC and Cruise. Then we're going to move to this shelf. New York Central Dreyfuss Hudson MTH Premier with Proto 2. I actually have two of those. One is burned up in the box, and then I found another one, which was this one. It's not as in good a shape. It's had some mods done to it, but it runs awesome and smokes awesome. The other one is like mint, and I made the mistake of not checking the speaker, and the board went out in it. So I'm waiting on a board to upgrade to Proto 3, and then I will weather this one and run that one. All right, then we have an MTH Proto 3 Premier Pacific Milwaukee Road Chippewa. Color scheme is crazy, but I love it. It's a very cool engine. Then we have an MTH Premier set. This is a Proto 3 Norfolk and Western Y3. It came with hoppers, coal hoppers, and a caboose. Then we have a K-Line Pacific. This has TMCC and Cruise, Baltimore and Ohio. Then we have a K-Line Hudson. I've always been a fan of the K-Line Hudsons. They're very detailed. Number 5344 has TMCC. I have a board to upgrade it to Cruise. Now, this engine I hunted for forever to be mint in box because I am a Great Northern fan of their tenders, especially. This is a S2 Northern locomotive, a 484, and it's cab 2584. And there's the tender. Very good looking tender. Love the chains. Then this is a, man, there's just so many steam engines I love. So this is a Lionel Legacy with whistle steam AC9. And this is obviously a flipped around Yellowstone style locomotive. Southern Pacific put their own twist on it. And very cool locomotive. I purposely went after the one with the white wall wheels because I really like it. And the white on the wheels you'll see on a lot of my favorite locomotives. I buy them that way. Then we have Southern Pacific Lines, cab forward. This is an MTH Premier with Proto Sound 2. Cab number 4146. Then this guy is definitely in my top 10 favorites somewhere. This is a third rail with TMCC and Cruise. It's an M9 260. I mean, I just love this locomotive. And Southern Pacific is one of my main lines. If you look, you're going to see I have a whole lot of Southern Pacific. I have a whole lot of Union Pacific, a lot of Pennsylvania, a lot of New York Central. Decent amount of Milwaukee Road. But, you know, and some Great Northern, so a lot of Virginian. So we'll see. I don't really stick to one road. I just like all different kinds of stuff. So this is a Union Pacific Shea. This is an MTH Premier. I'm pretty sure this is Proto 2. It could be Proto 3, but I think it's Proto 2. Then we have a H10. This is Proto 2 MTH Premier, Pennsylvania. Light color scheme. I like that tender a lot too. That's a good looking locomotive. And tender. And it's proportionate. Alright, then we have a E3 Milwaukee Road Proto 2 MTH Premier. Then we have a Lionel. This is TMCC with Odyssey. This is a S2 turbine. I really like that locomotive. Love the 4 smokestacks. You've seen that on a video too. Then that is the locomotive that came in the Superliner set or wherever they called it with the maroon passenger cars. MTH Premier Proto 2 J1E Hudson 5335. Let's back up for this guy because he's big. So this is a Lionel Legacy Big Boy, cab 4012. Good detail. Good runner. Then we have a line. Oh, back up. This is MTH Proto 3. One of my absolute favorite engines. A Challenger number 3985. Then we have another one of my favorites, which was one of the first sets I bought of MTH Premier with passenger cars that came with it. And this is a Northern 844, and it came with 4 passenger cars. Had has the elephant ears. I definitely like that. Pretty good detail, and it's a great runner. And then I have the Greyhound version, but it's a Lionel Legacy 844. Then if we go up here, everyone's pretty familiar with this Premier. This is the Climax Shea Hillcrest lumber, and that is Proto 2. Then let's go up the passenger cars here. There's 3 passenger trains. These are sets. So this is a Lionel Legacy. You've seen this on video. Pacemaker passenger set. 5410 is the J3A Hudson shorter tender. And then the cars. Then we have the third rail New York Central Mercury. You've seen that. I was really disappointed. I thought I found 3 other cars at trains, and then it ends up they shipped them to me, and it was the same. Someone put the wrong 3 cars in the box. The listing said it was going to be the Cleveland and the 1004 and one more car, and it ended up being 1001, 1002, 1003. So I'm really bummed out. $1,200. So I'm returning them. Then this is the Lionel set that came with the locomotive of 4 cars. It's a Legacy with whistle steam, Empire State Express Hudson, and it came with the 4 21-inch passenger cars. Then we have a Rock Island Aero train. That's MTH Rail King. Not made in Premier, and it is a Proto 3. Then this is a Premier Burlington Zephyr Engine Joe Proto 3. You've seen that in a video on my channel also. So that is wall number 1. So we will have wall number 2 tomorrow, maybe. Then wall number 3. I've added a lot onto wall number 4 over there. And then we have a lot of shelves underneath here with a lot of locomotives as well and rolling stock. Then we will review what's in these 2 cases here. And it's funny, yes, they are curio cabinets, but odd story behind that. It's a tradition. My uncle always had a curio cabinet, and it was always awesome to go to his house and see what he added new in there. He could find all kinds of stuff in there. Hot Wheels, pocket knives, coins, watches, all kinds of stuff. So I just carried on that tradition and put some trains and other junk in mine. So that's it for tonight. 13 minutes long. We hit the first wall of the train room tour. And tune in next time, and we will check out some more cool trains and what is on the walls. So thanks for checking out the channel. We're up to almost 1,000 subscribers. Thank you, and have a great night. See ya.